This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. If you click on the link in the description below, it'll take you to their store and they'll know I sent you there. Alright, before we jump into another Premier Draft for Core Set 2021, I want to remind everyone that my content is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their website by clicking on the link in the description below if you're watching on YouTube, or the logo below on Twitch. It will use my referral link. You can pre-order double masters and stuff like that already. So check them out. Hop in here. Alright, maybe we won't play any blue today. See where the packs take us, but we played a lot of blue lately. Alright. So, this is an interesting pack. Gadrak is pretty good. He's not been, like, as great as I sort of expected him to be. He's still first pickable, and he's nice, but I don't know. I think maybe Scorching Dragonfire might actually be better, the premium removal spell. This guy's just hard to ever attack with. Now, he's like the best blocker there is, especially at 3 mana, and if you have a few extra artifacts lying around, he can get going, but getting 4 treasure with him is not a joke most of the time. You can sometimes do something tricky like attack with everything and then play Gadrak and he makes all the treasure and you're online. So he's pretty good in that sense. But Dragonfire is just such an efficient removal spell, kills almost everything, turns off graveyard things, etc. Liliana's Devotee is in there too, I think. But yeah, it's between Gadrak and the Dragonfire. I am sort of leaning towards Gadrak. Yeah, I think we'll go Gadrak. Mostly because I haven't played with him as much, and I do think he's pretty good. I could definitely see taking Scorching Dragonfire there, though. So, you know, this format has ended up being fast enough that some cards have been a little less impressive than expected. Warden of the Woods is one of those, just because 6 and 7 drops, you really don't want more than a couple of them. That said, I still think it's probably the pick here. It's just a big attacker that, you know, happens to replace itself twice if it dies. It can block well, too. Rousing Reed is quite nice. There are some random artifacts here that we should value a little bit more than normal because of Gadrak, who's, I think, the only artifact payoff in the set. We'll grab the Warden. Okay. Alright, so tricks have been pretty nice in this format. Feat of Resistance especially. I mean, it was good last time we saw it. It's good again. So, you know, that's one thing that can make aggressive decks better, is if there's just these cheap tricks that let you blow out your opponent. And Feat of Resistance definitely does it. That said, for us, it's Llanowar Visionary. It replaces itself, it ramps, etc. So, yeah, that is what we're going to take. Okay. Chorister and Gale Super are both nice little aggressive creatures. I think we just take a Magma, though. It's a really good 2-drop, especially for a common. Yeah. Good stats for what it is. I mean, they're not good, but they're passable stats and, you know, pings things. Son of BMW, hi. I have finally, you know, because I didn't stream last weekend or make Magic content or anything because we got married. I have finally, like, burned through the whole backlog. So this draft, if it goes up, will go up a lot sooner than they have been lately. Okay, so Turn to Slag is a great example of a card that has ended up being a lot less impressive than it would be in most sets because it's just so clunky, and you're often killing like a 3-drop with it, and that is horrible. Bolt Hound is pretty nice. Siege Striker's okay. Bolt Hound's really good if you're in a very aggressive deck, but that's pretty much it. And I don't know that's where we are. I mean, I just talked a lot of smack about Turn to Slag, but I think it's probably still what we want to take here. I mean, it's still not, it's not terrible. It's very playable, but it's not great. If we end up, I guess if we end up going really aggressive though, we could use the removal, I guess. We'll go for it there. Okay, well this is a pretty late Rise Again, and that deck is pretty nice, the Reanimator deck. Taking Scrylands off color ones is usually better than it looks too, and I think that is what we'll do here. It is tempting to go after Rise Again, but yeah. Take Temple of Triumph here. It helps us splash, but even if you're only in one of their colors, the making a land scry is a huge upgrade over a regular land, even if it comes into play tapped. Well, there's another good card for the Reanimator deck. Yeah. So, another off-color Scryland, but I think we probably actually take something in this pack. Snare Spinner or Turret Ogre. So we are going to want 4-power things, most likely, eventually. And I think that makes me want to take the Ogre a little more. Okay, so right now, this can grab Warden of the Woods. And that's pretty good. I don't think I want Dilophosaur or Gnarled Sage more. If we have one 6-drop, it's good, and if we have 2, it's even better. And it's a late Magmut. Maybe we are going to be more aggressive. I don't know. Getting Magmuts that late. Right, well, we're probably going to grab an artifact here. Gadrak will be happy with that. And I think Short Sword is the best of these 3. I think we'll take a Thrill of Possibility here. This card has been a huge disappointment, mostly because the format's too fast for it. It's just way too clunky. Take Track Down here. Don't hate the zombie. If we end up in black, anyway. What card has subverted my expectations the most? It's a good question. So, we do have 2 Chandra's Magmuts, and that definitely matters for Chandra's Pyroling, plus Turret Ogre. But Drowsing Pteranodon is just better. And I think you always take it over Warden of the Woods, honestly. That's not how most formats would pan out, but that's how this format has panned out. That Drowsing Pteranodon is so good because it blocks early aggressive creatures. It's really not that hard to attack with it the turn after you play it. Short Sword can help us do that, for example. Plus and plus 1 counters can help us do it, and so forth. So yeah, I mean, another Warden would be nice if I could search it up with my Fierce Empath, but we're taking the Pteranodon here for sure. Ooh, yeah. Scavenging Ooze is really good. It's a little less good here than it is in most constructed formats because there's not just going to be, you know, creatures always in our opponent's graveyard. But it's still quite good. Better than Sabertooth Mauler or any of these red cards or anything else in this pack by a lot. So we'll go with the Ooze. Okay, so Twin Blade Assassins is nice, but we'll probably just take Pride Malkin. It's another card that makes Pteranodon attack right away. Giving Trample to stuff is nice. I like it a little more than Cetessan Training. I think they're both fine, but I like the Pride Malkin a little more overall, and it's what I'm going to take here. Malefic Scythe is a card that has overperformed, I think, but obviously we're not in black. So we do have a good trick here, and I think we're probably more interested in that than we are this super mediocre 2-drop or the Threaten effect. You know, if we're in the red-white deck, this is better, and if we're in the black-red deck, this is better, but we're not in either of those, so we're just going to take the trick. Okay, so Spellgorger weird. I don't think this is the deck for you. However, I think Borrowfist Oak will be good here. The one thing that's interesting is red is not really flowing for us, and I think there's a chance we could switch out of red at some point. And I think I'm going to take a Deathbloom Thallid here with that in mind. I probably should have thought about taking the black-green Signpost a little more than I did. Right, so I think we're going to grab a Colossal Dreadmaw. That gives us 2 things to find with Fierce Empath and pretty much sets us where we want to be for 2 6-drops in this format. If the other Warden comes back, I probably would switch it out for the Colossal... put it in instead of Colossal Dreadmaw. Okay, so Truffle Snout's nice. How good is the Uprising in our deck? We have 1, 2... nope, you don't count. Well, you count if I play you second main phase, but... Or if I play the Uprising. 3... 4... Yeah... I think we probably want Uprising more than we want Truffle Snout. It is a huge card advantage engine. And I think we're doing okay with it right now, and hopefully we do better with it going forward. Alright, so I'm going to take a land here. Another Short Sword. Maybe, if I had more Pteranodons, I'd be more on board with that. I think I'm going to take Fungal Rebirth. There's no guarantee I play it, but I think that's true of the Short Sword too. Okay, so grab a Prismite. A Hunter's Edge, yeah, that would be nice. So we've got couple good black cards. Our red's not amazing, but I mean, Gadrak is quite good, and so are the Magmuts. So, you know, we're doing all right. Green is not, I mean, red is not super open. So Gnarled Sage has 4 power, and I think we're a little more interested in that now because of our Uprising. So even though I don't love the card, I think it's what we take there. Same thing with Gorehorn. It may not make the cut. I kind of hope it doesn't, but he does have a lot of power. So there's that. Poor Bad Deal. So sad. I think I give it a C+, and it's like D minus, because this format has proven to be so fast. Like, you just can't pay 6 mana and not add to the board at all in this format. Like, you just can't do it. And that is what it does. Okay, well... Alright, well, we got our Signpost uncommon, and it's quite good. You know, Ramps has a good activated ability to use all that extra mana on. Has 4 power itself. I do love me some Waker of Waves. I've had a good time reanimating those. But yeah, there's not really anything else in this pack for us. Pack 1, pick 1. I think I'd take the Waker over Reign of Revelation. They're the 2 best cards in the pack, though. But yeah, for us, it's Leafkin Avenger. Okay, another Drowsing Pteranodon is probably where we go here. Definitely better than Burlfist Oak in this format overall. Yeah, so we'll take the the Pteranodon here. Early in the format, you could get like 5 of them. Those are the good old days. Doesn't happen anymore. All right, we'll take another Pride Malkin. Sets up Pteranodons a little bit. We have a few other +1 +1 counter things like our Ooze as well, so the trample part will matter a little. Don't really think we're a Goblin Wizardry deck, though that card is perfectly fine. Wow. How many duplicates do we have for Chrome Replicator? We have 2 right now. 3, actually. Yeah, we can take the Replicator, and I think we actually play it. Also has 4 power, so that pushes it over the edge. And it'll actually make a 4/4 like a third of the time in our deck right now. So, yeah, I think we go ahead and grab him. Okay. So there is a reasonable trick here. Pitchburn Devils, I don't think this is the deck right now. Dilophosaur is pretty good. I mean, that maybe is an exaggeration, but it's fine. And it's probably what I take. I mean, I don't think Gadrak is so important to our deck that I want to take this 4-drop, which is pretty dismal. I think I'd rather have the Dilophosaur. Yeah. Well, in this pack, I do think we take an artifact, and you know, take another short sword, I guess. Well, I don't love Unleash Fury, but maybe I like the Arsonist enough. No, I don't. I'm gonna play short sword. Dang, that's a late. Look how open black is. Like we saw briefly, maybe that's where we should have gone, but then things started to go a little more our way, and I sort of, yeah. I'll take a Grasp here, though. Well, you know, I don't hate having one of this guy as a finisher. The question is, do I cut like a Dreadmaw for it? Do I want to run 3 cards that cost that much? Right, we're gonna grab rares when we see them because of gems, basically, at this point, because it doesn't really make a difference because we're not playing these cards. Now there aren't any rares, but we did take that one. I guess we'll take the Sentinel. Tampering. Okay. Gems. Thank you for the congratulations, Relevin, and Morning, Voracious Hunter. All right. So what do we do here? I'm a little scared to have this many high drops in this format. We don't have a lot of removal either, which worries me a bit. Yeah, probably not playing Track Down in this deck. That's an easy enough cut. But the question is, do I want this many high drops? I mean, I do have one Visionary. This also gives us another artifact, which I didn't really think about for our friend Gadrak. Oh, I actually have another source of ramp. I think we can get away with it. I may end up regretting making that decision, but I think we can get away with it. So I think we hold on to the sword and cut the growth here. And yeah, I think that's where we want to be. And I think we do run the temple just for the scry. I think I have enough duplicates. I have 3 sets of them. So we have 3 sets of duplicates, plus it has a little extra synergy with Gadrak, and I think that's enough for it to make the cut. Plus it also has synergy with our 4 power stuff. So it has enough little things going on. High Shade, yeah. Nitzachon means victory or winning in Hebrew, yeah. Okay. Do we want Thrill of Possibility? Are we a Thrill of Possibility deck? Or, I mean, it's not like our other options are that great. Yeah, I think we're a Thrill of Possibility deck. It's definitely better in like a blue-red deck or a, yeah. Could have used that Elder Gargaroth, huh? Man. If the top part of our deck were a mountain, that would be good to know. We are on the draw. Man, this is a hard one. So we are going to get 3 tries to draw a mountain before we need a mountain. And I feel like our probability of doing that is high enough that this hand is okay. Like, I think it's a keep. It's definitely borderline, but well, you know, double Pteranodon can maybe get us to where we can play a mountain. Alright, I mean, it's not going to matter this turn, but it will matter soon. I think we leave that on top, too. Huh. Maybe they're just playing that for the 4 power. I guess that's a reasonable reason, honestly. I think I'm going to trade for one of these. It is kind of annoying because it makes it harder to set up my replicator, but I think that's all right. So the question here is, would I rather play Pride Malkin and make this a 4-4? Or would I rather play Gadrak? I think going aggressive here makes more sense. Yeah, attack. You're probably right, Shade, that was the correct line. Gross. Okay. Well, probably just going to trade for that Sentinel if given the opportunity. I mean, I think I double block it. Yeah. So, play this. I'd rather play something that can attack, at least at first. Yeah, it's less than ideal. I'm leaning towards playing the Replicator because I'd kind of like the Dreadmaw to still be around when the dust clears, if I can help it. And I'm probably going to double block this. Maybe we'd rather just do it with Gadrak, too. Yeah, maybe it's actually better to do it with Gadrak. It will keep our opponent from attacking us, most likely. It's actually not a 2-for-1 to double block. Well, yeah. I'm guessing they're not going to attack here. It only draws them cards if it's targeted by something. And we won't be doing any targeting. Alright, so yeah, now we'll play our Dreadmaw. Ooh, that's nice. Alright, let's start drawing cards. Trying to decide if it's worth attacking. Probably not. Right now, though, obviously their Magmite will kill us before our Magmite can kill them. I'd like our Hellkite, I think. Seems like it'd be pretty good. Red-green deck's clogging up the board. Yeah, so if I'd done that Pteranodon thing earlier, we'd probably still be in this situation, but our opponent would be... Yeah, that's one thing we wish we had, that's for sure. Hunter's Edge. That's one thing that's a problem for us as this game goes long, that our opponent probably has better removal. I mean, we've already seen that they do, actually. It's not really a probably. Yeah, I've been a little surprised I haven't attacked with that guy more. Yeah, we'll block. Our Gadrak's never attacking, so I'm just going to block with my Replicator. Okay. Where do we want to put this? I guess on Gnarled Sage makes sense. Kind of surprised they have this. We really haven't seen, I guess, a couple Hunter's Edges, but we need to hit some more 4-power things so we can flood the board with creatures, chain a few of them together. Our Hellkite would no longer do the job exactly. It would still be pretty good. They'd have to eventually block it with their... Oh, this doesn't have reach. How about that? The whole time I was thinking it had reach. So it would be pretty good. Just have the Sneer Spinner in the way. We have Fierce Empath too, which could draw us to Hellkite. Oh man, that's that's not what you want to see. I mean, Gadrak is fine, Jaydorfer. If it weren't in play, we'd be dead. It's not going to be attacking very often, no matter what deck you put it in Limited. Oh, man, that's not good. So, we have to throw Gadrak in front of that. Now I wish I'd put the counter on Gadrak, but what are you going to do, you know? See you later. Oh, I forgot I had Gnarled Sage. I definitely should have double blocked. So. They didn't even have enough mana to kill both of them, so that really hurts my heart. Man, now I really regret that. He could only pump it 4 times, so it wouldn't have worked. But, I mean, yeah, we're pretty much dead. Oh, yeah, you're right. 6. Yeah, you're right. He would have pumped and killed them both, but the Punisher would be dead, so it's definitely would have been worth it, but... I think they just attack with everything here, right? I mean, I think that's... Yeah. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. It's always a little painful, to play against a better version of your deck, you know, and lose to it as you should in the first match. We still would have been dead if we double blocked the Punisher the way it panned out, but my God, I guess with Thrill of Possibility, this is actually a keep. Certainly could be. Yeah, I think I'll keep it. Cards like Thrill make a hand like this much more appealing. Nice. It also didn't help that our opponent drew their Warden and their Hellkite before we ever did. Like, both of those cards are amazing. We're just gonna take this. That's a pretty good draw. Yeah, the forest is from Jumpstart. I think I have all the cool Jumpstart lands except the mountains. I played some Jumpstart intermittently over the last couple weeks when I wasn't streaming or anything. So, I definitely block the Blackguard if it attacks me. It's pretty funny we're both attacking with creatures with tap abilities, which are the main reason you play them. But there you go. Yeah, that's less than ideal, I'd say. Alright, so we're going to attack with Pride Malkin here. Yeah, we're okay with that. I think Bad Deal has disappointed me a lot. I'm not sure if it's disappointed me the most. So I kind of want to wait to play the Ooze until I can actually exile these things, if I can help it. I mean, I may not be able... Well, I guess Leafkin Avenger can help us do it. Nothing else. This Teferi's Protege is jacked. Look at it. 4/5 Protege. Okay. Well, I think we'll play our Uprising here and start trying to draw cards. We'll draw one off of it right away if our Avenger's, you know, alive. Nice. Which of these creatures do I want to play more? I'm gonna go with the Pteranodon for now. Next turn we can play the Warden, which I think will be pretty good. It's a 2-mana 3/3 with downside, actually. It just basically has upside a lot of the time in this format. Yeah, we're gonna take that. Malefic Scythe is so good. I think I gave it a C+. It's more like a B, probably. Yeah, it might just be green's best common. I mean, Hunter's Edge is close, I guess, but yeah. I mean, I knew the Scythe would be good for an equipment, but I didn't know it would be this good, you know. Hard to predict that. Okay. Well, I think I just play my Warden here. There's a chance they have counter magic, but I can live with that. Nice. Ooh. We can also play the Ooze here, yeah. Thanks to our Leafkin Avengers mana. I hope it's not Cancel Rewind, because both of those kind of suck in Limited. I guess maybe I do hope my opponent has it. But you're right, they only have one blue anyway. Yeah, this format is very much about creatures and aggro, Domo. Which is a nice change, honestly. What are you going to do here? You don't have especially good attack. I mean, I think I'm willing to block with my Warden and see if they can do something about it, because it seems unlikely that they can. Yeah. Well, the Punisher's gonna be good here. That's for sure. So, am I willing to attack with my Warden here to soften things up? I think I probably am. Hi, Colonel Dark. Yeah. Our Ooze is about to have 4 power, so... yeah. It does grow the Scythe, but I don't think that's a huge concern right now. I could actually choose not to kill the creature with the Scythe. And that might be worth it. Yeah, let's kill the Protege. I just want to make their board smaller, basically. If I can. Nope, I just mostly play limited. Bring in the thunder. I'm just gonna take this, I think. So our ooze can gain us 2 life and become a 4/4 here. I think Jumpstart's a pretty cool format, Gus. I played it a little. I think it's a good idea for new players and stuff. I think they were really hoping we would block there one way or another. Well, oh, I did forget the ping. Go me. Alright, so let's attack with our Punisher here. I think I'm just gonna go all out here on the Punisher. Do I have lethal here if I attack with everything? Maybe. Well, I guess I'd kind of like to play the Gnarled Sage if I can help it. I guess I can help it. Yeah, so let's go one more. I probably had lethal there if I attacked with everything, so, you know, that's cool. We're probably still gonna win even though I screwed up. It's the good news. The Avenger can only add green mana. Alright, just to be safe here, we're gonna do some blocking. Did I have enough mana to just use my Avenger's ability for lethal? I might have. Nice. Ooh, lifelink there is kind of a pain. Oh, they didn't go with lifelink. Yeah! Still won. I think I missed lethal a couple of different ways, so... These games have actually been pretty long. We've been clogging up the board. I think this is a keeper. This is the first draft, yeah. So, Gadrak into Garruk's Uprising doesn't seem terrible. Uh-oh. We definitely don't want our opponent to be doing that kind of thing. Oh, we're going to play our Ooze now. Doesn't do anything just yet, but... Oh, good. That's what you want to see. Man. That does not bode well, I don't think. Yeah, we have no way of solving this problem. Even if we block, we can't make them discard because it has first strike now. So, yeah. Oh no. Do I even have time to play my Uprising? I guess I do. I think we need to do it if we're gonna have any hope. Yeah, am I playing mono white aggro or what? All right, we're gonna take this one again. Gadrak is kind of underwhelming. I mean, all this does is make them discard a card. It's rough. Yeah, I mean, Gadrak is mostly a blocker, that's for sure. But I think he's good enough at it that I don't mind it. Counter here. Yeah, double Hallowblade's gross. Those used to be easier to get in Limited. Basically, they can just hold on to everything in their hand. Oh my god. Oh my god. Seasoned Hallowblade.deck. Okay, Hellkite Punisher. You're actually kind of useful here. What if they play a fourth Hallowblade? What are we gonna do? Ahaha, we got them to stop attacking. Can you believe it? I'm not sure I believe it. Alright, so play Avenger. Nice. I'm just not brave enough to attack with this Punisher here. It's the only reason we have reasonable blocks. So I think I'm just going to make Gadrak bigger for now. Yeah, I don't have Soul Seer, sadly. Turn to Slag's what we got. We're holding on to it. Alright, so... who do we give up here? Honestly, I think blocking with Gadrak is the best idea here. Yeah, I mean, he's just not going to turn into what we need him to be. Yeah. Yeah, our Warden will be able to block. So can the Punisher, but I don't have a whole lot of confidence in that working out. I don't want to use a 6/6 because they're almost guaranteed to have a combat trick. They have so many cards in their hand that there's no way they don't have a combat trick, especially in a Hallowblade deck. Yeah, we'll take another creature. I think I can actually get away with attacking with the Punisher this turn, so that's a nice change of pace, I guess. Yeah, so I'm going to attack with the Punisher here. See what happens. We're not pumping it at all. I don't have that kind of confidence. So I could play Pride Malkin here too. It's probably not the worst plan. Yeah, let's do it. Why would I slag Jaydorfer? They would just make their creature indestructible, and it's not worth it at this point. I'd rather hold on to it for an actual purpose. Like, kill something that's not a Seasoned Hallowblade later, you know? Well, that's annoying. I can kill it, though. With my turn to slag, actually. Yeah. Okay, so... I'm gonna attack with the Punisher here. I'm going to pump it once so that it's lethal in the air next turn. I don't think full pump is lethal. We can only do 10. Yeah, we can only do 10. This only adds green mana, so it doesn't help with fire breathing. Then... use turn to slag because we don't need them to be gaining life. Oh, with Leafkin's ability. I keep forgetting about my Leafkin's ability like a genius. So if I had swung for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, we had the mana. We don't have it now. We don't want to tap our mana like that. Come on. Yeah, I think we might be able to pull this one out. If you had told me I was going to beat a deck with 3 Seasoned Hallowblades that were all in play, I wouldn't have believed you. But in some ways, I think this deck's a good matchup for it because it just plays such beefy creatures, and they're just like, I can't actually attack through that Warden. I think we can get away with keeping this. You know, you don't love having your Punisher in your opener, but a couple of like Magmut, Burl Fist is a decent start. Actually, in this particular situation, I think I'd rather play the Magmut first. Oh, never mind. I have a short sword. Just kidding. We just equip it with this sword next turn, so. Thank you for the follow, SK Locks and Mad Hug, and anyone else who I forgot to mention. I do love Quirion Dryad. I haven't gotten to play with it as much in this format as I would like. Just double block, you'll be fine. It'll be fine. Man. Yep, if you make it a 4/4 in any way, and our deck has 3 ways of doing that between our 2 Pride Malkins and the sword. I don't think the Dryad is that deceptively good, given that it's a reprint of like a 15-year-old card that was really good. But yeah, it is good. Dryad aggro. I'm just gonna take this. And I'll play Burl Fist. We don't really have any bombs, I don't think. We do have Scavenging Ooze, I guess. But I don't really think of it as a straight-up bomb, though it's borderline. I think Hunter's Edge on Burl Fist Oak's about to happen. That's pretty ugly if it happens. Yep. Yep. We're taking 8. Guess we have to stop attacking with our Pteranodon or something. Hellkite's definitely not a bomb by the correct definition of what a bomb is. Is it a finisher? Yes. But is it easy to deal with? Yes. Does it impact the board in any real way if you kill it right away? No. So I think I have to block the Dryad here, unfortunately. But we do have our Hellkite Punisher to come down and, you know, finish the game for us if we have to do that. Not for another turn, but... I don't think we missed a ping. Ugh. Yeah, they're just not going to attack us now. Why would they? Okay. That is interesting. Do I make a Magmut bigger so it can trade with the Watchdog? Or do I make the Pteranodon bigger so it can continue to trade with the Dryad? I think we have to make the Pteranodon bigger to keep that Dryad at bay. Oh god. Wow. So we're dead. This hits me for 3, they gain 3, and then the ability kills us. Yeah, that's the best use I've ever seen of that aura in like the 3 times we've seen it in limited. It's taken a really long time to get to 2-2. Okay. This looks pretty sweet. Yeah, Rob, you can have, you know, some bombs are bombs because they're insanely efficient for what they do, and they really help you pull ahead of your opponent. And I just don't think Hellkite Punisher is that, you know. It's dies to a bunch of removal, as I said. It's also completely blockable if you have, you know, flyers or reach. It's just not, like... It's not a card that means you win the game when you play it and you get to untap, I guess. So... I'd probably lead with things that aren't Gadrak, since it doesn't look like we're the defensive player here. One thing I could do, but it's definitely not worth it, is to attack with the Ooze, have them block, and then get 2 treasures. But like I said, I don't think it's worth it, so... I mean, I offer up the trade here, I think. We're not desperate for the mana. Sure, I can play my Sage next turn, but I think just playing my Avenger next turn is good, too. Plus, it's fuel for my Ooze. And my Ooze likes fuel. Alright, let's play our Avenger for now. Next turn, I may play Gadrak and exile a couple things, trying to get this out of range of some removal, but it might just be better to play the Sage, who is gnarled. Yeah, attack with Ooze first. Probably a good plan next turn, especially. I didn't really want to do it last turn because I wanted to be able to add to the board. And I guess I could have if I exiled, like, one thing, but... I think they're about to kill something. I kind of hope it's the Avenger and not the Ooze, since the Ooze can really run away with games. I mean, I'd rather not lose either, you know, but... Okay. So, there are 2 things I can exile. It's probably worth doing here, even though I won't be able to play anything if they double block. Yeah. Oh, yes I will. I'll also be able to play Gadrak, and even get a treasure out of the deal. Okay, so... We just play the Sage now? Probably. We actually still have the Avenger if we want it. So, yeah, at the end of their turn or in response to something, we can exile things. Eight mana for the Mana Sink ability. Somebody gonna die here now? Probably my Ooze. Yeah. So it would have died no matter what, is the good news. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna equip the Gnarled Sage here and attack with it. If we get a block here, we'll get a treasure. We don't, though. Get a block, that is. So, yeah, basically the rest of the way, worst case, we can use this ability every now and again. So... Yep, the Avenger can use his own mana for the ability, because the activated ability is not a tap ability, the ping ability, I mean. So they're going to do the Steward sacrifice here just to make this bigger, and I think we're pretty okay with that. So, you know, we, yeah, we're okay with it, for sure. All right, so... Let's attack. Alright, so that drops them to 9. If I move the sword over, don't I just... If I move the sword over, so I have 9 mana right now, and I need 8. So yeah, I can kill them over the course of 2 turns if I move the sword. So I think I'm just going to hold on to the oak here. Yeah. And use that ability at the end of their turn, untap, use it again, and that should be lethal. Should be. Well, they killed the wrong creature. Actually, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna do this now to be safe. So, yeah, we still get to untap and win. Yeah, because we'll still have 8 mana. Nice. You say I'm crushing today, but we're like 3-2, so it doesn't feel like crushing. Ooh, this is good. I think their thought process was they missed its activated ability, basically, so. I think we definitely want to play Visionary here. I'm actually going to attack. I'm okay with the trade here. Yeah. I'm going to play a Visionary. Which, if we can hit a land, will let us power out Gnarled Sage next turn. We do. Things are going fine, Spectral. We are 3-2. Okay. So we have 5 mana. It's probably just best to play Burl Fist Oak and pass here. You want to draw a card that bad? I guess you do. Okay. What do we want to do here? So this will be a 5-6 on my turn if I do this, and it seems pretty good. So yeah, we'll attack. They can double block it if they want, but I'm okay with that too. So I can play the Empath this turn and search up a big boy who I can cast next turn. So that's pretty cool. The Ooze is tempting, but I think we grab Warden of the Woods here. We grab the Punisher instead, I guess. It does fly over everything they have. But we're also I guess we're only 1 mana away from it, and we have other things we can play next turn if it doesn't work out, so yeah, we'll take the Punisher. Okay, let's not show them we have the mana to play our Hellkite here. Let's just attack with our Burl Fist here. Alright, so I definitely want to kill Havoc Jester if they allow me to. So they do have a bunch of mana up. That definitely matters. But I think we'll still go with our plan A of Punisher here. That's good news. That's less good news, but I'll take it. Okay, so we have plenty of mana now. I don't really need to hold on to that Visionary any longer. So we're just going to attack with all three of these. All the trades make my ooze happy, you know, so in the long run. I'm just going to slam the Punisher again here, don't get me wrong, but later on. So 4 and 3, no, I think we still need 5 and 3 to break even. We got gems out of the draft, but I think it's 5 and 3 is where we'll break even. Okay. I can try to go for lethal here and still play something. I think that seems worthwhile. There's a good chance they have a bounce spell or something, but that makes sense. So they can use the Riddle Form to block my Punisher now. Probably gonna block my Empath, I guess, but that doesn't hurt my soul a whole lot. If that's what they decide to do here. Yeah, that makes more sense. For sure. Scry a couple times. Alright, so I think we want to play the Ooze. It just has so much fuel that it'll just be better than the Replicator. Like, yeah. 4 cards in their graveyard and 5 in mine, so I think that saves them for one more turn, right? Unless I draw a red, a mountain. Guess we really want to get rid of this Ghost Light. We may as well do as much as we can and still play our Replicator. Yeah. Dragonfire doesn't concern me a whole lot. That's pretty gross, but I think we win before it matters. Unless they've got something crazy up their sleeve here. I can't think of what it would be. Yeah, eating Dragonfire in response, there's probably some merit to that decision. Well, we're at least going to win more than we lose in this one, and that's good. Ugh. This hand's not so good. Yeah, I think it's a mulligan. We're just not doing anything until too late. Right, I think this one's better for sure. Probably throw a forest back. Leading with ooze against red does not feel good, but so I could be a little less aggressive here and play my sword instead. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Okay. Hey, at least it's out of range of shock now. We're gonna play our sword, equip our sword. Attack. Yeah, we're getting into thrill territory because we really need that mana. Yeah, I think I'm gonna thrill and discard the sage here. Maybe. The empath can grab us. Yeah, we'll discard the sage. Okay. Does give us something to eat. Nothing else. More land would be good, but you know, you gotta take what you can get. Definitely feels like a mirror match. Isn't that interesting? 1 green mana. I can make this a 5/5. 1 green mana. I don't think there's anything for 1 green mana that can kill my creature here. That had to have been a mistake, right? I'm gonna go Turret Ogre here. That's not good. That is not good. Well, well, I think we have to be aggressive here, basically. The Ooze does have trample, but they also have death touch. So... attack with both. Oh yeah, moving the sword might have been worth it. Yeah, I think I'll be attacking with everything next turn, which I think means we want the Dilophosaur, who will attack as a 4/4. We do lose trample here, but that's okay. Alright, so yeah, we'll attack with everything here. I think the pinging is actually more of a problem right here than the Burl Fist, yeah. Drops him to 3. Drops me to 11. Alright, so we will play Fierce Empath here. I mean, we're basically going to be unable to play our really big creatures, but... does he win? I go to 1. I don't quite think he wins. Unless I'm missing something. Oh, but I won't be able to attack. I can gain life if I get to untap. So that's good. Yeah, that's not though. Crap. So I can exile 3 cards and go to 9. They don't have the mana to fight this turn. I think that's good news. So if I attack with everything here, 4/4, 3/3. Yeah, I mean, I really don't have that good of attacks, unfortunately. Brash Taunter is the worst when you're red-green. Why do we have to run into so much indestructible? I have to pass and gain life to not die, so... I don't think Brash Taunter is a bomb, mostly because, I mean, against red-green, oh my god. Against red-green, it definitely is, but I've played it against people with flyers and tramplers, and it just feels awful in those situations. So, yeah, I think we're just gonna scoop. We done. Four and 3 it is. Yeah, I'll go to 1 and then all they have to do is attack with the Taunter, so. Yeah.